Okay, well, the screen says we are live.
Nice.
Yeah.
First one of the year. Well, no, is it? No, we've done one this year.
Yeah, we just missed one
Yeah, I know it just seems
a
like
couple
it
weeks
was
ago.
longer.
Yeah, we missed the first
Right,
of February.
right.
So yeah, here we are. It's February 15th, right?
Yes, it is.
It is 2022. So we give it a little bit for people to come in,
Mm-hmm.
but we're going to talk about places in the parks to just go chill out, maybe
Maybe
catch a few Z's.
after a late night and a long day.
That was the inspiration for this week's. Uh, hey, Mr. Austin, how are you?
Hello, Dan.
Great episode this week, man. Love Remy.
Yes, I'm actually. I'll be honest with you. I'm a little behind, so I was trying to get. I'll get caught up tomorrow.
But yeah, our inspiration this week was a lot of late nights, especially for us anymore, and early mornings.
Yeah, and it seems like the older we get, the harder it gets.
Yeah, I mean, the early mornings aren't. The problem is that,
It's the late nights.
yeah, I mean, even if we stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm still getting up at 4:30.
Yes.
Hello, Veronica.
Hello.
So, of course, we have already recorded our podcast,
Yeah, we recorded it
and
actually early.
yeah, we actually did it Sunday
Yes.
because I was trying to make sure I had time to get it out.
Mhm.
And so it actually will be released immediately, like at 9 o'clock. It's already
Yeah.
scheduled. So
Yes.
as soon as we're done here, it'll be available. Day 3 and 4, right? Yeah, 3 and 4 of G3. So Epcot
Yes.
Hollywood Studios this week.
Yes.
And our new favorite Disney princess makes an appearance. But yeah, we decided we would talk about places you can go and just relax.
Mm-hmm.
So before we do that,
Yes, there's been some announcements today.
because it was Tuesday, so Disney has to release all the big news on Tuesday.
Right.
They have updated their mask policy, and as of Thursday,
Yes.
17th, masks will be optional indoors and outdoors, obviously,
Mhm.
for all vaccinated guests. I think it
Yes.
said fully vaccinated
Yes.
guests.
But that is still going to be
As
required.
it was last time, it
Mhm.
is unclear how they are going to verify that, since it is currently illegal in Florida to do so.
Correct.
Amen, brother.
However, the masks are still required on transportation, which is buses, monorails, and Skyliner.
And Skyliner, yeah.
Which
So
you're in the Skyliner with your own family.
well,
Why?
Tony Ann and I had a conversation this afternoon about the fact that why is it okay to sit in a crowd of people on the Land or Remy or
Mm-hmm.
but not in the Skyliner with your own family or the monorail or bus?
Right.
So
Because
I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I am not paid to make those types of decisions. So.
No.
But yeah, so 17th.
Yes. Thursday.
2 more days.
And then the next
one more day of the current rules, and then it changes.
Then super big news, which I am so excited. I can't even stand it.
Yeah, starting March 17th will be the first or the return of Moonlight Magic for DVC members.
I'm so excited. I know I'm crazy.
I have to be honest with you, that one came out of left field. Like, I hadn't heard any rumors about that.
Exactly.
And at the D23 deal, they kind of were like,
we have no idea.
hey, we gave you some movie premieres.
Yeah.
So that coming back is like huge news.
So Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom have all been listed. Magic has not. Magic Kingdom has not. But generally, Magic Kingdom is January and February. So
yeah, the quote unquote slow time.
Right.
So, but Epcot will be Thursday, March 17th and Thursday, March 31st.
Yes. So
And
luckily,
I feel like there's a lot of people that are going to be, that we know that are going to be down here that last weekend. So we're trying to get a little group trip over for Moonlight Magic.
Yes, because we are definitely going to be there. That's our anniversary trip.
Right.
So I'm working on changing around dining reservations.
Change everything. So, all that being covered now.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and talk about where you can go to just catch a break.
Okay.
So, and we did one of these.
Well, we talked about it
Saturday night, right? We did talk about it on the podcast.
Yes.
When, yeah. So we'll get there.
Yes.
But thought just kind of go, more or less in order.
Okay.
Starting with Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
My favorite place to just get out of most of the crowd, Center Street.
And you love that. You really do.
Because it's kind of Main Street without being Main Street.
Right.
So right here, you can still hear the cavalcade coming or the Dapper Dans coming, but they've got benches. They've even some tables back in there. And you get the cool ambiance of like the dance class, the
music lessons.
Yeah. All of that stuff coming from the windows. It's just a super cool little quiet place.
Right. And in case you don't know where Center Street is, it's between Uptown Jewelers and the Glass Place.
Yeah, the Rebus Brothers.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's in the center of Main Street is where it is.
I know, but
I know.
It's literally right across the street from the center of the Emporium.
Right. Exactly. It's basically in the middle of Main Street. Off to the right, it's where the
portrait things are.
Yeah, the silhouette artists are.
Right.
There's usually somebody standing there with a ton of balloons.
Hello, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Excuse me.
But it's a cool little place. And like I said, you go back there and, one of the windows has dance classes. One of them has music lessons. And periodically you just get the sound of, some notes being played and some tapping and that kind of stuff.
And it has a nice little, it always has a nice little breeze in there too.
It does. It's kind of, because it's closed off, it's kind of a wind tunnel.
Right. Oh.
Yeah. So Dan, I had that on my list and then I took it off just because it's been getting a little more crowded. But it wasn't this past Saturday,
right?
Because I actually went in there to use the restroom, which is crazy to do normally.
Right. Normally, because it's like it's like a individual one, isn't it?
But you're right. I mean, that whole, no, but it's just, normally the place is full of people eating and it's just hard to get through everybody, but it certainly hasn't been that way the last couple of years. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, and because it had Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom in there, so people, I think, knew it was there and didn't like to be in the way because people were standing there doing it.
Yeah, and that kind of shows you how uncrowded that usually is because they put a Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom spot in it.
Yeah, right.
But, even without that, there's the little outside courtyard and the outside tables. There's plenty of seating right there at Tortuga without feeling guilty that you're taking up a table.
Right.
From somebody, like when we were getting into this, like I kind of looked at some lists online and people were like, oh, Tomorrowland Terrace or Cosmic Rays. And I'm like, dude, you can't find a seat at Cosmic Rays right now. Like,
no.
I'd feel bad about going in there and just hanging out.
Yes.
Hi, Facebook user.
Yes. Not sure who it is.
Probably somebody that's here all the time because StreamYard just periodically does that too. So
just remember to go give your permission to StreamYard.
Yeah.
So it shows you.
Probably again, like I said.
Yes.
So my second one. Hey, Holly.
Hello.
Our second one, kind of cheating. Hall of Presidents or Carousel of Progress?
And or both.
Yeah. They're pretty long.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I
air
do
conditioned.
know. I do know somebody that won't go to the Hall of Presidents. Mandy.
Oh, she did last week.
She stood in front of it with Chris.
Oh, okay.
with Flat Chris.
But both of those.
Yes.
So again, when I was looking at lists, I saw PhilharMagic. And I'm like, wait, PhilharMagic, like sprays water or like, is loud. Like,
yes, that you can't. That's hard to doze off.
No, the Muppets or Bugs Life where
Mm-hmm.
they like spray. I saw Bugs Life on a list. I'm like, my God, there's like stuff running under the seats and they spray water in your face.
I
and There's no
know.
way you can take a nap in there.
Right.
Yeah, Dan, for sure.
Yeah,
like 100%. I plan on doing it when I go in there now.
And I'll be honest with you, on Saturday we may have both dozed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
At Carousel.
I didn't at Carousel. I love Carousel Progress, but I did it Hall of Presidents. 100% did it Hall of Presidents. Oh, hi, Angela.
Hello, Angela. Welcome.
One of the ones not to take a nap on.
It's to go and relax at.
Because you can get in the shade and it's a 20-minute ride to Liberty Bell.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, I have an affinity for that anyway. So that's funny, Dan, because the only time I've been around those has been trick-or-treating at the Halloween party.
Right.
Like since it closed, well, at least since it reopened. I don't know what they're doing there. I know you can't get
on the main street
up top at Main Street, but you can get underneath.
Yes, but it goes directly into where they rent the strollers or where you pay for the strollers.
No, there's the place in there with the coin machine and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
But yeah, the Liberty Bell is just a nice little 20-something minute trip that if you stay on one of the lower levels, you can just sit on a bench in the shade. And if you go all the way to the bottom, you can sit in the bench right in the middle of somebody's picture and just not move. Not that I would do that. Right there next to the Liberty Bell, I've got the rocking chairs at Tom Sawyer Island at, we forgot we had pictures of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But the rocking chairs at Amp Place, which sometimes is a restaurant that's open, but man, it's been a long time since it was open.
We actually, this weekend, we saw people sitting on the rocking chair.
Sitting on the rocking chairs. And there's places all over Tom Sawyer Island, but that right there on the water is just beautiful. You get a rocking chair, and I mean, if that doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what would.
Exactly. So Holly has a great idea.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So I rode Dumbo for the first time in probably 40 years.
On the 1st.
On October 1st.
You and Veronica both.
Right. I had never been through the new ride. Like the last time I was on it, it was in the middle of Fantasyland.
Right.
So I saw the kids play area, but we walked right through it. Like there was no waiting.
Right.
Even on the 1st, there was no waiting for Dumbo. And so we walked right through it and got on. So I didn't really pay attention, but I have heard that that's a pretty cool place. Yeah, but Angela, can you ever get one of those benches? Like it seems like they're always full. Like even when we have reservations there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dan Ginger's taking our last one already.
Yep.
The people mover for sure, man. And you get a couple of runs through the dark there.
I still think they should have a thing where you get a bag lunch, have a bag lunch and be able to go on it. I still think that's a great idea.
That would be awesome.
And then you automatically get 2 trips on it because that way you have time to eat your lunch and then still enjoy yourself. So
Yeah.
I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah. Angel, I guess I'd just go there like at bad times. Like I'm going there at dinner or like earlier in the morning when all the tours are starting.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's a million people there.
Yes.
So.
And.
Hi, other Facebook user.
Yes. See, Jennifer agrees with me.
See, Chapek, you could sell the bag lunch. It comes with 2 trips around.
Yep.
It'd be perfect.
Exactly.
No, but it moves just fast enough. And it's high enough. There's always a breeze.
Mm-hmm.
You're mostly in the shade.
Right.
It's a good place to see a lot of the fireworks show from.
Yes. We actually did that a lot of times on the Halloween party.
Mm-hmm. Well, we did it at Christmas.
Yeah.
Because
the castle wasn't.
Because we thought they weren't having fireworks because everything else had been rained out that night.
Yes.
But they did do the fireworks.
Yeah.
My iPad is totally screwed up. Like it keeps the time for the screen to go dark is like way too short for some reason.
Mine's like
so.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my feel for Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
Plus, some of these others. Dumbo Play Area I wouldn't even known about.
No. I mean, we don't go there.
Yeah. Tortuga, like I said, I just wasn't sure if it was getting more busy. But I guess even at G3, we had a big group right there.
Right in front of it, basically.
Yeah, and we weren't bothering anybody.
Right.
So,
hello, Amy.
Wow.
Oh my God, Lauren. Oh, Lauren.
I don't know if you saw the article on whatever website it was this week, but it was all over Facebook. Apparently, they see you even in the dark there.
Oh, yes. They caught people.
Somebody got busted for being amorous.
Yes.
Although apparently that's an old story.
Yeah.
All right. So since the statutes of limitations are out because it was 1989.
What?
When I went to grad night.
Okay.
We got busted making out on Haunted Mansion. Like all of a sudden there was a dude with a flashlight right in our eyes in the middle of the ride.
All you're doing is making out.
I know. It was in Haunted Mansion, for Christ's sake. And it was a bunch of 18-year-olds.
The whole thing's in the dark.
I know. And it was a bunch of 18-year-olds. But yeah. They did. Like came around the corner and there was a flashlight just right in your eyes. It is. I mean, it's super. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know why nobody goes there. So we're getting ready to do Epcot, and I didn't put Spaceship Earth on the list
because it's expected.
Because I like Spaceship Earth too much. Although going down the hill,
going backwards down the hill.
Yeah, the problem is that then all of a sudden that screen comes on,
and it's so bright,
and it just lights up the whole.
And there's one section that it actually gets really warm. I don't know why. What?
Hey, Lauren. Yeah, exactly. It'll be less now that we know they're watching you. They're always watching.
Okay, Roz.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, Angela, no, we have not seen. We saw the lights, but we didn't hear the music, right?
No, we heard the music. We couldn't get around the corner to see the lights.
Okay.
Whenever that was. 29th of January.
Yes, it was.
They had just started it. Yeah. And to be honest with you, it was late.
Yeah.
So we were trying to we weren't going to wait for the whole thing to cycle back through.
Right.
I've seen it on, YouTube, but not in person.
Yeah. So we planned to go see it.
Yeah. And then, last weekend, we were all busy.
Yes.
Between fireworks and karaoke.
I know. Karaoke.
So, all right, let's talk Epcot.
Yes, since we're already talking it.
Yeah. So along the same line. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Because that was the perfect time.
Yes.
It had more or less kind of just gotten going.
Mm-hmm.
But probably the first time it played, we were asleep in the American Adventure. we had dinner at Via Napoli.
Sorry, dog's drinking.
Yeah, always. We had dinner at Via Napoli, and the temperature must have dropped 10 degrees while we were in there, and it rained.
Yes.
So we came out, and it was the two of us, and Dave and Veronica, and Judy and Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And we immediately made the decision that we were going to go to the American Adventure because it was a way to kill a half an hour and not be cold
I'm trying to find this
while we were trying to get to the waiting for the fireworks to start. And we actually just missed the show, so we got to almost an hour of being in there. And it kept, it wasn't technical difficulties, but they were delaying the show.
Yeah.
Like even when we got in there, they delayed the show.
Yes.
But yeah, so I know that day Judy had seen it twice. Dave and Veronica had seen it once. And everybody was willing to go back in and go ahead and take a nap in the warm.
Yes. Well, because it wasn't
Rather than
raining and
go-
it was warm and we
Yeah.
had to kill time anyways.
Yeah, everybody was willing to go in there again, and we went in there fully with the intention of we were going to fall asleep. For
Oh,
a few
Dave
minutes.
immediately, scrouched down in his seat.
So
had
did
his.
I was like way down in the.
Oh, he was
like-
too, and he pulled his hat down over his eyes.
That's
was-
what we were there for. It's a great place for that.
Yes.
There's a lot of movies, but the only one I know for sure that has seats is Impressions to France or the Beauty and the Beast sing along.
Right.
Like China, you got to stand up. Canada, you got to stand up.
Correct.
That's not a good way to take a break.
No.
Standing against a wood rail.
No.
But Impressions to France, if you've seen the movie, it hasn't changed in 40 years.
No.
Because
The outfits
wow.
are so bad.
And the
I
Beauty
mean-
and the Beast sing along honestly just makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Because LeFou is the hero. I mean, makes no sense.
No, and I don't know. It was like somebody went, how can we take a beloved classic and just make it horrible?
Yes.
Oh,
Completely
this is
mess
what
it
we
up.
could do.
Yeah.
The songs are good, but the storyline is dumb.
Correct.
But yeah, Impressions to France, definitely a cool place to go
Yes. And the music's nice.
chill out.
The music's good.
The music's good in it.
And some of the
Yeah.
scenery is beautiful, but the outfits are wow.
Since COVID, now that like the whole pavilion is basically shut down,
Mm-hmm.
that's just a good idea, Amy. I'm telling you, like it'll make you hate the movie. It really
Yes.
will.
Yeah. Well,
Just because the storyline for this thing is so dumb.
yeah.
They could have done a very similar thing to Frozen.
Yes.
They could have just, it's a celebration of remember the story,
Mm-hmm.
They decided to
Like-
find the worst possible way to
Like
make a
having
sing along.
Olaf do the story, tell a 2-minute story of the entire movie.
It needs to be. I don't know that Olaf doing Beauty and the Beast would be great.
I know, but that type of
I guess
thing,
you could. It's the same guy. So
I know, but like that type of thing would have been
yeah.
more entertaining.
But Morocco is like empty.
Yes. All the time.
And there's a million tables. There's lots of shade. There's a pretty decent breeze in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't find a picture of it. And I couldn't find our picture.
Oh, from inside the little.
Yeah, the little, I don't know what it's called, but it's right next to the House of Fez or whatever
Yeah.
store.
If you want, I can find it.
If you can, great. But it's got a little fountain in there, and it's actually, I don't know, benches around it, and it's got like the roof is open, but there's an overhang all the way around it, so it's a great place to hide if it's raining. Or
Yes.
It's just that whole pavilion right now is a good place to just get far away from Epcot
Mm-hmm.
real quick.
Yes.
Jennifer's got a secret spot.
Oh, she does. I can't find it.
Oh, is it right back by where our pillar used to be? The door. So did you know that was an oven?
Really?
Allegedly, that's what it was supposed to be. The backside of an oven.
That doesn't make any sense because where it was, there wasn't anything there for it to be an
Well,
oven.
it was decorative, but it was
Oh.
supposed to be. Yeah, so the bar's still open and they've got sangria in there, right?
Yes, I believe so. I thought it was sangria and liquor.
I think there was some kind of sangria flight, I know, or tasting or something.
Okay.
But yeah, the bar is cool, and there's nobody in the bar either,
Yeah.
ever.
I mean, we
Ever.
were there during a festival, and it was dead.
Right. Yeah, there was like 0 people back
Right.
there. Morocco is perfect. Now, I mean, eventually Disney's going to have to reopen the restaurants and the stores because that's the only purpose in having it there. But yes, ma'am. See,
Perfect afternoon.
and it's in the right spot. Like it's far enough into the loop that it's right when you need to sit down and take your little nap for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy, I don't know if it's always been there. Like we just found it literally when Festival of the Holidays started.
Yes.
So I don't know I don't know if it's always been there. Morocco was never really my go-to place. The stores were cool, but
yeah, because it's yeah.
It was a little expensive for couscous, so
yes, that's
we
why
really
we never bothered.
Haven't eaten there in a long time.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it's a cool place for a bar now.
Yes.
I hope they don't change that.
And there's always little tables back there, which is very cool.
I do find it interesting. Well,
go ahead.
Well, because alcohol is like not allowed in the Muslim religion.
Okay.
And there's a lot of liquor in that Morocco pavilion.
Yes.
Like a lot. Like everywhere.
I don't see a problem with that.
I'm just saying. For all the, authenticity they tried to give it, the
right.
having bars every 12 feet doesn't really fit with Morocco.
Probably.
Yeah. So, but hey, not mine to judge.
Yes.
Another one, and it's actually getting better, I think, as it goes. This area back at the UK that everybody forgets is there.
Mm-hmm. I love that area.
You used to be able to go back there and catch Mary Poppins. I don't think she's still there, but they had Father Christmas back there.
Mm-hmm. We saw Alice.
Oh yeah, she was at the gazebo
at the garden, and then at the gazebo.
But
yes,
they've had to move her because they've got the Epcot piano player
mm-hmm.
in the gazebo now.
Yeah, but I have a feeling when it switches over, festival switches.
That is true, Daniel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with it when the festival switches over. But right now they have the Epcot piano player
mm-hmm.
back there. So it's cool. Even if you can't get one of the benches, and there's benches back by the buildings, but you can sit on the stairs.
Yes.
And it's just really nice. And the piano player's,
mm-hmm.
doing his thing. And it's just a really good area.
And I remember they did when Corella came out, they had the PhotoPass photographer there, and they did like the Corella paper with our stuff.
I don't know if I ever actually saw those pictures.
They were actually pretty cute because it was like it was raining and,
yeah,
kind of neat. We're getting
so Holly, that is where we first saw poo on the grass. was right there. We were sitting on the benches, and all of a sudden there was poo on the grass behind us.
Right. And Dave is the one that said, look, it's poo on the grass.
It was.
It makes us laugh every time.
Yeah. Amanda, so I thought so, but I couldn't remember if I was like, going to 2 or 3 Decembers ago or.
No, I do remember her there, but she was up in the gazebo because they didn't have the piano player up there.
Okay. So the last time we saw somebody up there, it was Alice.
Yes,
which was super cool.
But I remember seeing
and she was like seriously bothered, if you remember. because I just wanted a picture of her, and she wanted us to like take a selfie with her, and I was like,
Right.
no, I just want a picture of you.
She's like, okay.
I know. And she was like, you don't want to be in the picture?
We're like, no.
I think the Alice's are really, like, they're really in character. They're really good.
Yes.
And the Snow Whites. I always like the Snow Whites because
Snow
they're
White's always
super
your
in
favorite.
character too.
Because I remember when we were at Germany, you were like, oh, Snow White.
Yeah, I like Snow White. It's like the first movie I saw when it first came out because I'm old.
And then our next favorite place.
Yeah. And they've just renewed it.
I know.
But the DVC Lounge in the Imagination Pavilion
is
up at the top.
Such a great place to relax.
I don't love the way they're doing it right now with like assigned seating, but I don't know. It's fine. I wouldn't have picked a high top when we went in, but that's what we got.
Right. And it was fine.
Yeah, but we were able to plug our phones in. We got Oreos and I don't remember what you guys got. Some kind of crackers.
Animal crackers.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they had the little Coke.
And the sodas and, you know.
And we sat there for a while.
Yeah, we were there for a bit.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get something, you know, for free, even though it really wasn't free.
Yeah.
But.
Yes, we enjoyed taking Dave and Veronica up with us.
Amy. You know, now you got Moonlight Magic and the lounge.
Yeah, but Moonlight Magic, the first one, February 20th is the cutoff to be able to go hit the first one. Yes.
So I didn't notice, going back to that.
Yes.
Is this one of those where you're going to get first shot if you're booked?
Yes.
Okay.
If you have a resort reservation at DVC, you can sign up for the Epcot ones February 23rd. Okay. If not, it's March 8th. Okay. If you're not booked DVC.
Right. So. Yeah, it kind of had generically the playgrounds.
Yes.
Because now that one over like by Pop Eats is open, I've noticed it's like crowded all the time. Not overly crowded, but like there are people at every little table.
Right. But I did notice that one is not as shaded as the one over by the Creation Shop and Test Track.
So it's funny. Like I feel like the actual playground part is, but yeah, where you would sit, totally not.
Right.
Right.
Right. I noticed when we were standing in line for Figment that was very.
Yeah. There were people at tables with like their 35 Figment things on the table, and they were not in the shade, but the kids were in the shade.
Yes. Which that's good.
Yeah. Right.
So, but yes, the DVC Lounge, we haven't taken advantage of it as much as we always talk about taking advantage of it. Does that make sense?
Because it's gotten difficult
to get into
at times because of the restrictions on how many people they'll allow up.
Right.
I mean, it always had restrictions, but it's certainly been scaled back.
Right.
And so, you know, sometimes like we tried to do it at G3 last year and the line was super long. Now, what we found out the other day was apparently a super long line means like 30 seconds at this point.
Yeah, because I got put on a wait list and they sent us a text and said, okay, you're on the wait list. And we started to walk out from the check-in to out of the Imagination. And yes. And we hadn't even gotten out the door and I got, your table's ready.
Yeah.
Please come back to the.
And I was like, oh, okay. So we're waiting for like 2 people to come down. Oh no, it's going to be a little bit. And we literally hadn't got out the door.
Yeah. It hadn't been 30 seconds.
Right. So by the way, did everybody see that Figment's back at Epcot?
No, it was not today.
Except that it's already sold out again, allegedly. At least they weren't selling them today.
Right. I think they purposely weren't selling them today.
Apparently, according to Facebook, they purposely did it on days when pass holders were blacked out.
It's only if you have the.
That's all pass holders. I saw it.
Yeah, but yes, it's not all pass holders.
I know.
Tony and I had this discussion.
I know. But yeah, so they had them
yesterday.
Was it just yesterday? I guess
It was just yesterday. So far,
yeah. But that means they got a new order.
yes,
Because we know that they had under 3,600, and they had to have sold those out before. They didn't like hold some.
No. I
Waiting
mean, it showed
to do
the
it
number
again.
of boxes there.
Did anybody notice? Are they $25 still?
I
just wondered if now they were 30 or.
I don't know. I haven't even seen a bucket for more than 25.
Well, yeah, but when you have a 6-hour wait to get buckets, maybe you make them $30.
I don't know.
No,
okay, ours
with free shipping.
Yes, ours is for sale for $999.99 and free shipping.
Right.
But I won't ship internationally.
Canada. We'll ship to Canada.
Okay. North America.
North America. So there's another question. Has anybody gotten a VIP thing from Disney except for Kevin?
How the hell did he get one?
Who's around the world?
I don't know. Actually, I didn't check the mail today.
It wasn't on our.
I know, but things were on there yesterday that I got yesterday.
It wasn't on the Postal Service thing.
Yes.
So, all right, let's.
Amy says
not her either.
Yeah.
That is so bizarre to me. Maybe they just sent one to Kevin because Dave had that kind of.
Because Aussie Dave had that.
Right. Being a Brit thing with Kevin.
He's
like
awesome.
Hal said, if the Queen's on your mother, you're a Brit.
On your money?
On your money, you're a Brit. Ooh, if the Queen's on your mother. That sounds dirty.
Oh my God.
All right, let's talk about Hollywood Studios.
Okay. Yes. And, Veronica, I know you've been out of town. Yes. Hollywood Studios?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did this the other day while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yes.
Outside of Docking Bay 7, there are tables like on the main concourse, but then there's that whole little area that's got tables and stuff. Every time we've been in there, I've seen people like posted up doing their YouTube lives. And
oh, really?
Yeah. So like just hanging out.
Yeah.
That could be Amy. We were all just Kevin's guest. It was Kevin plus 29.
Yes, it would give her.
Yes. But there's those tables, and it's actually kind of quiet because of the walls around it.
Yes, it is.
So very similar to Baseline Tap Room. I didn't put that on the list.
But that's my favorite.
Yeah, I know. But that place is always so crowded that you really can't hang out there. You need to get out of the way and let other people come sit down. Unless you're planning on getting hammered at Baseline Tap Room.
Which may or may not have happened.
Which it hasn't. But, unless you're really planning on like buying a lot of beer, and then you still got to go back and wait in a line, and it's not. It's good for what it is. It's not relaxing.
Correct.
But that was my first one. And then, One Man's Dream or the Vacation Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good place to just go get out of the weather,
have
a seat, watch a movie. The Vacation Shorts are, I don't know, about 20 minutes. One Man's Dream is pretty close to that.
Mm-hmm. And they've changed it out. Like when Mulan was coming out, didn't they have the Mulan?
They did the Mulan trailer there, but it was a long. It was an extended trailer. It was like longer than at a movie theater trailer.
Right.
Yeah. So they do. And I think they did another one of the movies recently.
Yeah.
There, but I can't remember which one.
I can't either.
So, yeah, but that's a good place. Comfortable chairs.
Yeah, they really are.
Both of them have comfortable chairs.
Well, even the last time we went in, the cast member said, whoever's in here, just coming in to take a nap. Remember he?
Oh, said, they did. I mean, they know.
They know people are coming in to snooze.
Right? Exactly. And should.
Yes.
Well, I had a picture, but
of
it disappeared. Around Echo Lake, there are a million benches, tables with umbrellas, all kinds of places that you can grab a seat and just chill out. You're in the sun, but it's Hollywood Studios, so you're in the sun.
yes.
But all kinds of places that you can just take a break, get on Facebook, take a breather, get out of the rat race of running from one thing to another that we all get into.
Yes. And actually, there is, even when you're going towards Star Tours, the wall's a little low, but if you're willing to scooch down on it, it's in the shade because the foliage right there
Yeah,
makes it in the shade right there.
and back in the Muppets area,
Mm-hmm.
there's some little places you can duck into some shade there too.
Right.
Especially right now because everything back there is closed.
Right.
So I didn't realize the Christmas store was closed, but apparently it is there.
Yes, that's what I heard.
All right. Animal Kingdom had a lot more places than it does now. It had those no mask relaxation areas, but those are going away.
Mm-hmm.
But it had some great ones.
Yes.
But the bird show, Feathered Friends in Flight, I guess is what it's called now. It's not up anymore, but it's more or less the same show without the characters.
Right.
But that's a nice little place, as long as you're not in one of the seats where like the bird is going to dive bomb you.
Right.
How about that bench right outside Tower there?
Yeah.
That's a good place to get a photo anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the bird show, the conservation station, or the train.
Yes, the train's nice.
Like, I want to just get on the train and just stay on the train. It's not that crowded usually.
Right.
But there's all kinds of places once you get over to the conservation station and the animation stuff and all. There's all kinds of benches over there.
Right.
Where you can sit down and, you get away from the crowd, which sometimes you need that just to get your head clear and
yes,
reboot. So that's a good one. There's some things like, okay, the safari is a long ride and it could be really long.
Right.
But it's interesting and it's bouncy. So
yes,
you don't necessarily want to fall asleep there. It's not as relaxing.
Right.
So there's the cool train. The Boneyard in the Dinosaur Place, there's all kinds of benches, because it's basically a playground. Yes, sir. Under the Tree of Life, there's all those little like caves or whatever with benches. One of the best places at Epcot, but they won't let you just stay there, is the waiting room for the Canadian movie.
Oh, I know. That was fantastic.
Because it's kind of like Under the Tree of Life. It's got a lot of benches and it's on the rock, so it's like cool all the time. And Travis, I was thinking of you because I saw somebody in one of these articles that said Festival of the Lion King. I'm like, it's a bleacher.
Yeah,
you can't
relax on that.
No. Yeah, right. Tough to be a Bug is not relaxing, like, at all.
No.
You've got the fake bugs under the seat and they spray crap in your face and it's just,
and they puff wind at you. Yeah, none of that. Yeah.
Every time you'd like just about get ready to fall down asleep, they'd wake you up. It's just not the place. And the Muppets it's too loud.
Yes.
So PhilharMagic maybe, but the Muppets is too loud too.
Yes. Well, because I like the Muppets, so I just keep watching it.
Well, I know.
And I like PhilharMagic too.
Yeah, I do too. I still don't know why it's Mickey's PhilharMagic, because the whole thing's about Donald. But
yeah, I know.
That's just me.
Okay, Travis says it's a bleacher and it's 10,000 degrees in there.
See, I don't remember that because I haven't been in there in so long. I will tell you, I did waste a fast pass on it.
We did, right?
We did.
Yeah.
Back when we had them. I mean, when they were free. I
Right.
didn't spend money on it, but
No.
I did spend a fast pass on Festival of the Lion King.
Yes.
Right? Totally. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine, like, you just nodding off and then that happens? Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's always got a line.
Yeah.
A long wait list anyway.
Yeah. Okay, but Dan's got the right idea.
It's yeah. That is good.
Yeah.
The Skyliner is
Very relaxing.
yeah. I need to find out what the longest run is. It's probably Hollywood Studios to Caribbean Beach.
I don't know.
But and the Skyliner is so comfortable. Like,
I would think
with the wind going through, it's so comfortable. It's not everybody who thought the thing was going to be an oven. It's totally not proven to be that.
Not, yeah. And it's not a death bucket.
No, well, yet. There's always a chance. It's old. It's old technology. It really is. I mean, ski lifts have been around for a long, long time.
Yes.
So I mean, I think they've got it down.
I think so.
Then the last thing we've got is hotels that are reasonable, like that are close.
Correct.
So the monorail loop, go over and hit the lounge at Clubhouse or at Steakhouse 71, or
go to
the Enchanted Rose at Grand Floridian. Go to the Poly. There's Tambu Lounge, or you can go get into Trader Sam's, and Trader Sam's a little less relaxing than Tambu Lounge.
Right, but like just outside Tambu Lounge is those nice chairs.
Yeah, but even inside is not.
Right.
It's a pretty relaxed vibe in there. But if you can't get a seat inside, there's the whole lobby. I mean, that's what we did with Rachel Miller.
Right.
We just grabbed a sofa in the lobby, and it was super comfortable.
Yeah.
And we hung out there for a long time.
Right, and it's just Poly just does have a very relaxed vibe. Period.
Yeah. Right. Dan, boat to Geyser Point. Same thing. I mean, get a drink and something to eat, and go to one of the tables over outside of it. Even if you're at Epcot or Hollywood Studios, Beach Club, Boardwalk have places. Swan and Dolphin has I think it's Finn's that Tony Ann has been trying to convince us all that we need to go to.
Right.
For G3.
Where's the one we went to on that rainy day? We were doing Epcot. It was like the Martha's Vineyard or Martha's.
Oh yeah, Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
And Beach Club. Well,
right.
It's right where Beach Club and Yacht Club touch. So I don't know which one it's actually in, but I think it's in the Beach Club.
Right. And it was it got busy, but it's because it was pouring, but it was very relaxing.
Yeah. Sorry, I hadn't scrolled to the bottom of StreamYard's brand thing yet.
Okay.
And I remember Tony Ann bringing this up, but they've got all this music now.
Oh, okay. One thing you forgot to bring up,
and I heard it's kind of horrible. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of horrible stuff.
Okay.
So,
but
it's like MIDI music from the 80s.
Okay. But you talked about Steakhouse 71, but then the second level at the Contemporary, where you go to check in for California Grill, there's all those sofas there. And right outside of, I think it's the Outer Rim Bar, up another level where the monorails are.
Right.
There's just little tables there. And that's where we all met with Mandy and those guys.
That is when we went to Steakhouse 71. That's exactly where we met.
Yeah. And it was, the bars, the Outer Rim bars.
And that was at lunchtime on a Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, Dan, yes, obviously, but I didn't really include that because we were trying to keep like it's a park day. Where can you just take a break without going all the way back
to your resort?
To the resort.
Right. So we're trying to think if you can just get away from Magic or, one of those. And even the lobby at Grand Floridian, too, is a nice one because they have the nice chairs and sofas. You can just go relax for a little bit. I mean, of course, you can go to Enchanted
Just get
Rose.
on the monorail and do the loop.
Yeah.
Nobody says you have to get off.
Right.
So.
And you can take the full one that doesn't stop, or you can take the resort one.
Right. And just take the monorail around.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up.
You do?
I do. You have anything else?
No, I don't think so.
I don't either. Mask policy changes in 2 days.
Yes.
Moonlight Magic is back.
I'm so excited about Moonlight Magic. I just
want to know, is the mask policy like to stay, or in 2 weeks are they going to go back to it again like they just did last year? I don't think they will this time.
No. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think they will. So, all right, guys. Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Yes.
Again, man, me too. Like I said, just get on it and keep riding around in circles.
Mm-hmm.
Probably depending on the time of day, probably do the resort one because there's less people on it.
Yes, there generally are.
Yeah. But Amy.
Yeah.
American Adventure seems to be the easiest spot for that.
It really is the easiest. It really is the easiest nap. And the seats are so comfortable.
Yeah, Dan, for sure. I really like that place. I don't go there enough, but I really like Tamber Lounge.
Yes, I do too.
So anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for being here. And so the podcast should be out in about 10 minutes. I got it all done. I got it scheduled.
I know. I'm so proud of you, baby.
Yeah. So like I said, we shared our Epcot Hollywood Studios and
the party.
And we talked about our new favorite Disney princess, Princess Stephanie. So good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you.